This was a United Methodist Church. It closed in 2018, and Wesley CDC took over the property management. And they put the property on the market to sell.
Wesley is a nonprofit, fully licensed real estate firm. Part of what we do is we manage the assets for the conference. If the church closes, it comes to us for reevaluation, repurposing. So this came into our portfolio after it closed.
Joel called me one afternoon when I was in my office and said, "Hey, what are you doing?" And I said, "I'm in my office." And he said, "Meet me uptown, or up north of town at Calvary United Methodist Church." So I met him up here, and he said, "If you had this building, what would you do?" And I went, I don't know, let's walk and pray and talk a little bit. And almost immediately I said, in Asheboro, the people are so giving. There's so many non-profits in town that almost every need is met. The only one we don't have is a shelter for women and children.
We've spent the last 2.5 years doing the renovations first to this building, and then we'll be doing renovations to the building across the way to add 32 more beds.
We were able to help work with Lydia's place and with the Duke Endowment for a pretty significant grant to help fund the operations.
Here at Lydia's place, we're not just a shelter where people come and spend the night and leave and go out, but people, once they move in, they're here for as long as it takes them and us helping them to find a more permanent housing solution.
I've been in commercial construction for over 25 years. I'm typically building things for profit for people. This one is building it for mission and to help people that need it. That was really touched me. From a Wesley standpoint, it's just part of our mission. Our mission is to help and to help churches help people. And we do that through construction and development.
When I first got here, they were calling the shelter Calvary House in honor and in tribute to the folks at Calvary Methodist. But I began to think about particularly teenagers who might stay here if they were asked where they live. To say Calvary House, there might be some stigma attached to that. Oh, that's the shelter. And so it's like, well, what is a name that, would be like an aunt or a neighbor? And so I remember the story of Lydia in Acts 16, where Lydia is having a little Bible study, and the Apostle Paul and his disciples come, and they begin to talk, and Lydia gets baptized, and at the end of that story, she says, "Come and stay at my house." And so we wanted to create a place where people feel welcome to be here, and the kids could say, "Oh, I just stay, I go to Lydia's." And so it's like, I just go to my neighbor's house. I mean, we used the color purple because Lydia was a dealer in purple cloth. And so it meant that she could have spent all of her time with very wealthy people, but instead she chose to invite Paul into her home.